Time to look back again, guys. Let's take a look back at an old friend. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
What is up, y'all? Gonna take a look back at a tank I probably haven't showed in quite a while. I don't really remember the last time I showed this tank, but the biggest reason why I want to show this tank is I'm getting ready to probably strip a lot of it down. As you know, I've talked a lot here lately about I'm getting ready to do a planted aquarium with CO2 injection, and I'm probably going to be stripping a lot of plants from this tank right here. One thing that I will add before we get into it here is I've never been able to get a plant to carpet until now. And I've got some dwarf sage up here in the front that I planted just a few runners right in here probably about 4 months ago, and it has really started to fill in and start to move on down the tank. And I think the biggest reason why that has happened is because I have added the second Aquaneat light. These Aquaneat lights were recommended to me by Kyle from Kyle's Wild World, and I bought them for like 26 bucks a piece on eBay. I can't even find them now, so I don't know if they're discontinued or if they sold out or what, but these lights really put off a lot of light. With the light that they put off, they also, as you can see, create a lot of algae. I hardly ever on any of my tanks scrape the algae on the sides. I always usually just do the front viewing panel because algae is actually good for stuff. I mean, shrimp graze on this all the time. I have a bunch of shrimp in this tank. I do not at this time have any plecos in this tank. It's been a long time since I've had a tank that didn't have plecos in it. But as soon as I got the plecos out, the carpet of dwarf sage really started kicking in. And actually, I've had this tank set up for probably 2.5, 3 years now. It's time to start thinning it out. You know, this Java Fern Windelove right here, really I need to take it off of this wood and split it up into a bunch of different, you know, the rhizomes I'm sure are just out of control. I did just recently get some bulbitis and I just dropped those in here, but back behind the bulbitis is a really nice cryptwendite. I've had that cryptwendite for a couple of years now. It would be a lot larger than that, but I've split it up over the years into probably about 10 plants. And then there's a what is that crypt? Lutea back here behind the bulbitis. And then I've got some different stem plants back there. And I've also got some val across the back. And then I've got a couple of different stem plants. I think that is a bacopa or something like that. And then I do have a sword back here that I've just basically put in here as nursery. You can see the roots kind of coming up out of the substrate there. Don't necessarily want to strip this tank, but since I will be putting it into a tank that has CO2, hopefully I will really be able to propagate the plants and maybe add back, even though like a crypt might melt back a little bit. Hopefully I can still propagate and keep this tank going. I know since it is around 2.5 years old, the soil really needs to probably be changed in this tank, so maybe that's something that I'll do along the way. Maybe put some new soil in here and redo this tank over the next upcoming months. But I really thought that since I'm getting ready to start stripping this tank down, I should show you guys this tank. It looks kind of cruddy right now because it does need a water change. You can see the water level is way down low, but if you look up here all of this vivarium plant, how it is done, it is just amazing. And then if you really look close, the Java moss is still growing. Now if I had the water level up, it would look like a bog across here, and I really wish that I would have done that. But if you look down into the water, the Java moss is just growing up and out of the water onto the driftwood. Really awesome, and it is an enjoyable tank to look at. It just needs a little bit of TLC, and yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this look back, and next time you see this tank, maybe we'll be redoing it, do a little reset on it. So what'd you guys think? Haven't showed this tank in forever, and it's really not looking very good right now, so I'm kind of embarrassed to show it, but at the same time I was really in a hurry today whenever I shot that video, so I decided to go ahead and do it anyhow. The next time you see that tank, maybe it'll look even better. If it is your first time stopping by my channel, go back and look at all the different playlists that I've got on my channel. I've got tons of videos that I'm sure there's something else that you would like to see. Other than that, thanks for coming along on today's video. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.